I guess nobody's seen it.
One minute.
So I won't say this. I thought you were going to see it. Welcome everybody, thank you for coming tonight. I'd like to make that a song, but I'm not-
There's lots of room up here also. if you come around. Welcome everybody. All that clapping was for me tonight, but I know it's for the Little League team. So I would like to call the meeting to order, and if everybody will stand for the invocation. We come before you today with grateful hearts for the opportunity to serve our community. Thank you for the blessings of this city, for the people who call it home, and for the privilege and responsibility we have been given as public servants. As we begin this meeting, we ask for your wisdom and guidance. Help us to listen carefully, consider every perspective, and make decisions that are thoughtful, fair, and in the best interest of all citizens. Give us the courage to do what is right, even when the decisions before us are difficult. Help us to put aside personal interests and differences and remember why we are here, to serve the people who have entrusted us with the responsibilities. We ask that you guide our conversations, our deliberations, and our discussions. May we treat one another with respect and kindness, even when we disagree. Give us patience, humility, and understanding. Please bless our city, our residents, our first responders, our military families, our businesses, and all those who work each day to make our community a better place. And finally, Lord, remind us that leadership is not about position, but about service.
Amen.
May we leave this meeting knowing that we have done our very best to serve our community with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Beautiful.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think you need to come up and take a picture of the audience tonight. You're not on PR. So I'd like to take roll call. Doug Stockton.
Here.
Ian Cloninger.
Here.
Bill Schatzel.
Here.
Greg Talbot.
Here.
Kathy Alley is here, and Mayor Dan is absent tonight. I'd like to have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'd like to move with one addition or change.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Amanda, skip B.
We did?
That's
I'm sorry, yes.
That's the approval. It's a motion to change it.
Yes, ma'am. And so I've got a number of proposals for the council's consideration. Number one, I would like to add some award recognition for 3 of our interns that interned with our city this summer. So I'd like to add that into section D. I would also request that we move item D2 up in the order so we can highlight these young athletes and their families for their amazing win this year. And then also, council, I would propose that we eliminate D3 as that issue is not yet ripe.
Do I need to have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Oh,
Aye.
sorry, I got a call from, I got to do a roll call. Do early another meeting. Stopper,
Yes.
Rominger,
Yes.
Schatzel,
Yes.
Talbert,
Yes.
and Alley is a yes. Okay, so now can we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
And second.
Any discussion? Okay. Stopper,
Yes.
Rominger,
Yes.
Schatzel,
Yes.
Talbert,
Yes.
and Kathy Alley is a yes. Okay, so we are going to recognize the Little League.
Ma'am, we need a motion in a second.
Oh,
Pass the resolution first.
okay. All right, so I think you should fire me. I'm not doing a very good job tonight.
I second that motion.
Okay, so this is resolution 260802, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida, recognizing and congratulating the Niceville Little League on winning its first Florida Little League State Championship in 16 years. Woo! Commending the players, coaches, volunteers, and families for their outstanding achievement and providing for an effective date.
So moved.
Have a second? Any further discussion? Okay. Talbert,
Yes.
Schatzel,
Yes.
Rominger,
Yes.
I don't think I should ask you. Stopper,
Absolutely.
Alley is a yes. Okay, so we can bring them all forward.
All right, team, come on forward.
to say, as Mayor Pro Tem tonight and the City Council, we want to congratulate you guys. What an awesome thing to happen in our city. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And so, who's the team captain?
We got 12 team captains.
Okay, well, that's okay. Who would like to speak tonight and say some words? Okay. What's your name? Okay, Isaac, here you got the mic.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Thank you for doing a good job in Niceville and keeping us safe.
We'll take it out. We just want to say thank you guys for the services you provide for this city and the surrounding community. It wouldn't be possible without all you guys do. We want to recognize Jim Bowman and the Parks and Rec crew. Not many people understand how hard he works for us just so that we have a place to practice. Even when it rains and when it's nasty, he keeps us going. And we thank the city for all of that. We appreciate it. I grew up in Niceville, moved back here to raise my kids because it's the best place in the world to raise kids. And we're hoping, that some of these guys will do the same. We appreciate it. We have something to give to the city. We got you guys a jersey.
Thank you so much.
Florida jersey from the regional tournament. And we're very proud of these guys, how hard they've worked and how proud they've made the community. So we thank you very much.
So before you go, I need to read the whole resolution because she only read a little portion of it. So it says, whereas the Niceville Little League has long-standing tradition of developing young athletes through teamwork, sportsmanship, discipline, and dedication. Whereas the Niceville Little League has proudly earned the 2026 Florida League State Championship, capturing its first state title in 16 years through exceptional determination, preservation, and teamwork. Whereas this remarkable accomplishment reflects the countless hours of practice, commitment, and hard work demonstrated by the players, coaches, and volunteers throughout the season. Whereas the unwavering support of parents, families, sponsors, and the community has played an essential role in the success of the team and the continued strength of youth athletes in the city of Niceville. Whereas the City Council recognizes the achievement of these young athletes serves as an inspiration to the community and exemplifies the values of leadership, integrity, respect, excellence, and make Niceville a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Whereas the City Council desires to publicly recognize the Niceville Little League for this outstanding accomplishment and congratulate all those who contributed to this historic championship season. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida as follows. Section 1, the City Council of the City of Niceville hereby extends its heartfelt congratulations to the Niceville City League on winning 2026 Florida League Little League State Championship and its first state championship in 16 years. Section 2, the City Council commends the players, coaches, team managers, and volunteers, parents, families, sponsors, and supporters whose dedication and commitment made this remarkable achievement possible. You have to write these things really long. The City Council expresses its appreciation to the Niceville Little League organization for its continued commitment to developing character, leadership, and athletic skills of the youth of our community. The City Council wishes this Niceville Little League continued success as it proudly represents the City of Niceville in future competitions. This resolution shall become effective immediately upon its adoption, passed and adopted in regular session of the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida, this 11th day of August, 2026.
Good job, guys.
Parents, you're welcome to come forward and take pictures.
So if the city intern would come forward, please.
All you other folks are taking with them.
All right, so council, as you know, this is the second year that we've had an internship program. Last year we had 2 interns, this year we had 6. 3 of those interns are standing before you. Leela, Brody, and Jacob. All 3 of them work for Shanitra and I, did a phenomenal job this year. I didn't get to know Leela real well, but Brody and Jacob are both college students, and you know, they're heading back off to college here in the near future. But they did a really, really good job for us. To the 3 of you, thank you for all your hard work. Leela, you made great products. Really, really talented. So thank you for that. And gentlemen, I appreciate all the legal research you did for me. It was a big help. So I really, really appreciate all the contributions you made to the city of Nashville this year.
Thank you guys so much. Okay, so which one of these Brody? Okay, Brody, the secretary. Appreciation. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming and doing this with us. And I know who you are. I have it down in the audience already. I have a daughter who has, her middle name is Leela as well. So congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you very much for all that you did.
Councilor, could we get one more picture?
Okay, we have another special recognition tonight. Apparently, Keith didn't listen to my prayer because he wasn't being very nice. So if I could have John Adams come forward. So I'm going to read this so you'll know who he is and what he has done for the city of Niceville. John Adams is a dedicated community member whose service and generosity has made a lasting impact on Niceville and the surrounding area. He is the owner of the successful tree removal business, a devoted husband in more than 40 years, and proud father and grandfather, and a respected member of the Emerald Coast Regional Mustang Club. John is perhaps best known for his leadership in organizing the annual Cancer-Free Car Show alongside his wife Kim. For the past 13 years, the event has raised more than $1 million to assist local families affected by cancer, while also bringing awareness to the challenges faced by cancer patients and their loved ones. On December 13, 2026, John joins fellow members of the Emerald Coast Regional Mustang Club in volunteering for the annual Niceville Christmas Parade. Afterward, club members, their families, and several other local car clubs gathered for lunch at Papa's Smokehouse in Niceville. During the meal, customers suddenly stood in distress, clutching his throat. A young woman immediately attempted to perform the Heimlich maneuver, but was unable to clear the obstruction. Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, John quickly stepped forward and administered the Heimlich maneuver. Within minutes, his calm and decisive actions dislodged the obstruction and allowed the man to breathe again. John's quick thinking, courage, and willingness to act prevented what could have been a tragic outcome. True to his character, he sought no recognition and quietly returned to his table once the emergency had passed. As Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Niceville, I am honored to recognize citizens whose actions reflect the very best of our community. In recognition of his selflessness and courageousness actions in coming to the aid of a fellow citizen, it is with great pride and appreciation that I present the certificate of recognition to John Adams. The City of Niceville is fortunate to be home to citizens like John Adams through his generosity, leadership, and commitment to helping others. He continues to make our community a better place and serves an inspiration to us all. In recognition of his selfishness and courageous actions in coming to the aid of a fellow citizen, it is with great pride and appreciation I present the certificate of recognition to John Adams. The family of John Adams, would you like to stand up? I know there's several of you here tonight.
I do want to mention Hannah was the one that first tried to do the Heimlich before my husband stepped in. So I'd like for her to come up here too.
Thank you so much. Want to come forward? All right. Is this your papa?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let's get back on track. Okay, so Wendy, you want to read F1 ordinance 260801?
An ordinance adopting additional amended budget changes for the City of Niceville for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2025. An ordinance adopting and approving additional appropriations set forth in said budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2025, and providing for an effective date.
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Mr. Geis, would you like to speak to this?
Ma'am, I have no comments, barring any questions from the council. This is on the second reading.
Any questions? Okay, let's call for the vote. Albert?
Yes.
Shetzel?
Yes.
Rominger?
Yes.
Stouffer?
Yes.
And Ally is a yes. Okay, let's go on to ordinance 260802.
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida, adopting the 8th edition of the Florida Fire Prevention Code, providing for the incorporation of the NFPA 1 and NFPA 101, providing for local amendments, providing for severability, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date.
Have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? Anybody want to come forward to speak on this? Okay, Talbert?
Yes.
Shetzel?
Yes.
Rominger?
Yes.
Stouffer?
Yes.
And Ally is a yes. Okay, on to resolutions. Resolution 260801.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida, amending the City of Niceville Comprehensive Fee Schedule for updated fees for Community Development Department services, including building, planning, development review, floodplain management, and related services, providing for implementation, repealing all fees or portions of fees in conflict herewith, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Discussion? I can see Chris has come forward, so. Questions by the council? Chris, would you like to?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Council. Chris Rossetti, Community Development Director. So this item, certainly available for any questions, but a brief summary of it over the last several months. We've been doing a review of all our fees for the department. Kind of ties back to last fall. We had an item working with the Finance Director and City Manager to create a community development fund, building and planning sub-funds. Statute very strictly regulates what we can and can't spend money on as a building department. And so what we've done is gone through, reviewed our fees. We did find some inconsistencies. There were some duplications, some things that just were not correct in there. But across the board, we have updated these because really with the new community development fund and the way the department really should be running with the statute is we need to cover our cost. Ultimately, it's not a general fund revenue that it was previously, which it shouldn't be intermingling those funds and expenses and revenues. So what we've done is gone through, compared our neighboring jurisdictions. We were the very lowest that I found anywhere. What we proposed here puts us towards the middle of the pack. We're still a little bit below the actual average midpoint, but just puts us in a kind of more comparable range to our neighboring jurisdictions, something that we can continue to evaluate because statute can't take in excess revenues either. We just have to, support ourselves, fund ourselves, but not be, in the revenue generating business. So, hopefully this gets us a better baseline that over the next 6 months to a year, we see where we're trending and we can then make adjustments up or down as needed to just, keep operating and supporting our services.
So if I take questions, Chris, will you just say who you are, what department you're from, so the audience knows who you are?
Yes, I'm Chris Rossetti, the Community Development Director.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Thank you. Doug? This Doug over here to my right.
The bald one. First of all, thanks for your grabbing this and making this a self-sustaining fund. It's really important for our budgeting process to make sure that, those using facilities, paying for the services provided by the city, so I truly appreciate that. Is this going to roll into the new IT that you're rolling out? As far as, can you talk to that just a little bit?
Sure.
About that?
Yes, so yes, we are rolling out a new software for the department here. Our tentative goal right now is to September for that software, and this would something that we could roll right into that. So it's a clean start, fresh start with the software and with the fee schedule.
Thank you.
Doug?
So we were basically funding a lot of the loss with the general fund, first of all. Can we tell when the last comprehensive review was done, if ever?
No, this fee schedule for some of these permit fees and some of the other planning fees were updated right exactly a year ago, right before I started here. Prior to anything comprehensive, I don't know that, but since that time, starting with the creation of this fund, then moving into looking at the fee schedule, that's where I've been looking at this for 6 months and probably changed it half a dozen times, trying to get something that provides enough revenue, but not overboard, keeps us competitive and just accurate as can be.
Well, it's worth repeating that you can't make money off of this, and I think that's where we don't want the general fund to subsidize it, but we want it to be self-sustaining. So again, thank you, like Doug said, for the hard work.
Any other questions from the council? Anybody from the audience would like to come forward and speak on this matter? Okay.
I have a question.
Please come forward. State your name and your address.
Judy Boudreaux, 2423 Duncan Drive. You mentioned these departments. Does that include the senior center?
No, ma'am, this has nothing to do with the senior center.
Okay.
This particular resolution has absolutely nothing to do with the senior center.
That was my question, because it was very general on departments.
It's just for the community development department, formerly known as the building department.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else want to come forward? Okay, let's call for the vote. Holbert,
Yes.
Setzel,
Yes.
Rominger,
Yes.
Stofford,
Yes.
and Ally is a yes. Okay, on to 629 Chamomile Court variance.
This is a request for variance for the construction of a patio pool deck cover with a reduction of the rear yard setback from the required 15 feet to 9 feet. The proposed final order is for 629 Chamomile Court and can be identified as parcel ID number 11-1-22-4000-0000-1130. The site is approximately 0.26 plus or minus acres in size.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Do you want to talk to us about this?
Just briefly, and the applicant, the owners are here as well, so definitely we'll turn it over to them if you have any questions or if they'd like to speak. This is just a request that we did process and went to the planning commission. Their hearing last week, they did recommend a revote of 4-0. This, similar to some of the other requests we've had, talking about our code and the future changes on there. This is one that the code considers this covered pool patio covering as a portion of the principal structure as far as setbacks go, which is a rear yard setback of 15 feet there. So they're asking for a reduction down to a 9-foot setback. To note with this, there's kind of two parts. We did have a concern or comment from our public works director, from Jonathan, regarding stormwater runoff and because of challenges with the elevations and the grades through this property and the neighborhood there. And something that for myself and our senior planner here, when we reviewed it, to note is that is something that we did want to address and just bring up, and I think the owners will discuss the stormwater side a little more. But even without, in the absence of the pool covered, pool patio cover, they could still put the pool in a full paver patio or concrete patio in that same footprint, which is still impervious. So one way or the other, even if there wasn't a roof there, they can still have an impervious surface there installed in accordance with the code that we would legally permit. So, this is specific to this patio cover. And then the other thing to note, when looking at the code, if it was a detached accessory structure, detached accessory structures are allowed to be a minimum of 5 feet away from property lines. This is a request for 9, a 9-foot setback. The difference is if its current code allows a detached accessory structure, but it requires a 10-foot separation between a principal structure and detached. For no other reason, I believe that it's just what's in the code. There's nothing as far as building code requirement or anything else specifically saying that it has to be at least 10 feet for that type of patio cover. But if it was detached, it could also have smaller setback for a variety of reasons. I just want to help explain, you know, the reasons and how we came to this situation, working with the owner and different options. But with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that the owners are here too.
Does the council have any questions of Chris?
I think it was a screened-in structure.
No, sir, just roof, open.
It's just a roof over a patio, sir.
I have one comment. Were we in conflict with the HOA on this at all?
No, we did ask, actually represented, well, we asked the owners as well and asked Representative with Dearborn Street out there. They basically were deferring to us on that. And what they told us was that they do have their architectural standards. They do have their town architect that looks it over. However, they were more, you know, I think concerned with the aesthetics of it than the setbacks, and they were just going to you know, wait for, you know, any city action and then, you know, follow up on that sought after.
I had a question, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You want to?
No, you go ahead.
I had a question about, was there any pushback by any of the neighbors?
There was not. That was something actually did come up, a good question on at the planning commission hearing. They did reach out to all, we do our public notice, our signs and all. We did not receive any comments specifically objecting to it or any concerns over it. And the owners, I do believe, have actually received letters or, you know, written, you know, acceptance or, you know, approval from neighbors, you know, that they had no issue with it.
Okay.
So are we changing the code? Okay, so it just hasn't been done. What's your perceived time frame on changing the code to bring it more into realistic expectations of these type of exceptions that we're having to make?
Realistically, I'd say probably, you know, about 6 months or so. We're, you know, the comprehensive plan, we're waiting just for that final approval from the state now. It's been submitted. I've been working through, and honestly, every time I see one of these, it's one of those, if I was there yet, I honestly think a lot of these types of variances will go away in the future. I'm pretty well drafted with that first draft, but we need to finalize the first draft and then get out for public input.
So just to make sure I understand, is the code going to specifically say that there's a different setback for this type of structure in a pool area or?
It's going to, in some cases like that, 10-foot separation for accessory, there's a 10-foot separation for accessory structures to other structures. That's what we're considering, you know, just doing away with, because there's, and quite honestly, it doesn't look like it was probably enforced ever, and you know, we don't have a good explanation from a building code standpoint or anything. You know, there's separation, there's fire separation, things like that. It can be addressed separately. But yes, for the patio covers like the variance for last month, for this type of situation, we're making changes to try to just accommodate them.
Bill, you had a question?
Chris, thank you for your update. Since Mr. and Mrs. Hemingway are here, would you like to add anything to what our community development director has already said?
Please give your name and address, even though we have it, you still have to put it into the record, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, I'm Craig Hemingway, my wife Natasha Hemingway. We reside at 69 Camden Mill Court. So thanks for having us here this evening. As Chris mentioned, we did receive consent from the neighbors surrounding our home. We went around, we had this letter typed up, just stating whether or not they have any objection to it. We gave them a clear picture of what our intent is, the construction. We had a 3D image included in it. We did submit that during the last planning session. But also have an overlay of the rough design over a survey image as well. So we have signatures and consent from 7 of our neighbors. During the first planning session, the neighbors directly behind us, who would potentially be, you know, I hate to use the word affected, but they would be the ones that were within immediate sight of this construction. They were both out of town, but we went and visited them yesterday evening. We got signatures and warm wishes and consent from them. So, but I have that here with their signatures if you'd like me to hand this over. Yeah, and also to, as Chris mentioned, with you know, prior concerns with kind of water runoff. When we first moved into the home, Tidwell Construction's who our builder was, they put in some drainage pipes to mitigate any potential issues. They're pop-up drains basically, so it is a bit of a slope, a downward slope that our lot sits on. We can't seem to get away from hills in Niceville for some reason. But it wouldn't be effective where this construction is going to be placed. It's more towards the front of our home to capture any water runoff from our driveway. But the structure would, of course, be at the rear of the house. It'll set somewhat tucked up under our current roof overhang, but we're also going to have a gutter installed on the structure as well to capture any additional water runoff, and then have to go to a proper area to avoid any issues with that water runoff as well. So, just one additional point as well. The total, the rough dimensions of this cover will be 23 feet by 12 feet, so it's only going to be a 12-foot wide portion that would protrude over our current VSL. But again, maintaining that 9 feet of separation from the rear property line, so it's a very small area. Let's see here.
We have copies of everything too that
Okay,
that
perfect.
you submitted, so we have everything.
Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't have any other notes here, talking points. I think we covered everything unless you have any more questions for us.
Council have any questions?
One follow-on, please. You said Mr. Tidwell, when the home was built, he was a builder and he had some type of a drainage system installed to capture water, and I'm assuming this is off the gutters around the house. Is that correct?
It is correct. There's also, on a corner of our driveway, because the portion of our driveway slopes downward, and it kind of flattens out, and then it's a slight upward slope into the entrance of our garage. So on the corner of that, they put another downspout type of drain, and that goes to a pop-up drain on the side of our house to just
Away from the property line.
to mitigate more water
And
runoff.
that's all side of the home. We have no issues in the back of the home where the structure is going. The water flow comes down the cul-de-sac, and they've designed it to go off to the side. They've actually got a retention pond back there for the water to run off into. So that problem's been resolved. But when we first moved in, water was a concern, that they have since fixed that with several other homes around us. So.
Thank you. No further questions from me.
I just want to thank you for one of the most complete and illustrated packages that's been submitted. So it was very clear to know exactly what the request was, so it does make things a lot easier for us. So thank to you and the community development team.
Any other questions from the council? Anybody else in the audience want to come forward regarding this matter? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Call for the vote. Stoffer?
Yes.
Rominger?
Yes.
Shetzel?
Yes.
Albert?
Yes.
Alley is a yes. Okay, so manager, you on?
All right, thank you, ma'am. So I just have a few things. Number one, voting started last Saturday and will run through next Saturday, so please get out and vote. It's right on the other side of this half wall. It's running all day long, what, 8 to 6 or something? 7? 10 to 6 every day. So again, last day for early voting is this coming Saturday. So please come out and vote. We have budget workshops coming up for the fiscal year 27 budget, August 18th, August 20th, and August 25th at 6 p.m. right here in the council chamber. So please come out and participate in that. We also have a town hall on August 27th at 6 p.m. over in the community center, where we'll be discussing the property tax amendment again. I do want to let everybody know that the library will be closed on this Saturday for our annual support of the Boy Scouts. They'll be coming in for a full day of being able to get a whole bunch of badges all at one time. So the Niceville Library will be closed this Saturday. As everybody hopefully knows, school started today.
Yay!
That means, don't celebrate yet, that means the school zone cameras turned back on. Last year, we had 12,386 violations during the school year. 12,386. That is an average of 1,238 per month and 69 per school day. So please, 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 slow down in the school zones. Otherwise, you will get an invitation to lighten your wallet by $100 in the mail. And then for those of you who get Reclaim the Water, the Reclaim Water system will be shut off starting on 1 September for approximately 2 weeks for maintenance and upgrades for our ongoing efforts to expand our reuse water system. And finally, for those in the crowd who might be here, potentially, for the senior center rate, proposed rate adjustment, while you are absolutely welcome to speak to your city council, I invite you to stay behind if your time and calendars will allow, and I will stay behind after this meeting concludes and tell you why I made this proposal and answer any questions you might have. So I invite all of you to stay behind if you're able, and so we can have a more full discussion after this meeting is over. And with that, Chief Hayes.
Good evening, Council. Pro Tem Mayor. City Manager.
Okay.
It's an ornery little thing.
I got it. Is it on? There we go. All right, I'm here to give you the stats for July 2026 for the Niceville Police Department. During the month of July, the Niceville Police Department responded to 3,177 calls for service. The breakdown is as follows. We had 46 traffic crashes involving 87 vehicles, 1 pedestrian crash. We had 120 citations issued, 398 warnings were given, 24 criminal citations were written. This includes 17 misdemeanor arrests, 8 felony arrests. And the record activity was 10 by AA, 10 by roadside, and 9 by whites. We had 106 calls for animal-related service. That was kennel. We had 1 bite. It was a foster parent to the dog.
The dog bit the foster parent.
Yes.
We're rolling tonight.
We had loose dogs, cats, a bear, some other things going around there. Some of the events we had we came in number 3 in the state of Florida with the Law Enforcement Traffic Safety Challenge. That's pretty amazing. For our category, I believe it's up to 34 officer-sized department. Last year we were 3rd as well, but they had ranked us in a smaller department. But they updated us this year, and we held par and did a great job out there. The officers really did well. They all celebrated in Orlando. They were invited and paid for by this Traffic Safety Challenge to go down there and attend the conference and get recognized. And they gave us a nice little trophy. We participated in Operation Slowdown in July from the 13th through the 18th. 86 citations were given. So slow down, stay safe. Repeating that the school zone cameras are active today, so be cautious there, slow down. And here's a note, if you will travel the speed limit all year long and do not exceed the speed limit, you will not get a citation even during school zone hours. So that's out there. We sent our school resource officers to training. They had a good time down in Orlando. Learned some good valuable facts on active attacker shooting and that type of thing. And with that, that's all we've got. Any questions for you?
Have any questions? Doug?
Of course I do. So I'm getting beat up pretty hard by lots of people that I see about e-bikes.
Okay.
And we passed an ordinance. How many citations have we issued based on the ordinance that this city passed in conjunction with the county for e-bikes?
We haven't issued any. There'd be an ordinance violation citation. As far as I know, we've not issued any.
Which is not the answer that they were looking for.
Correct.
Because of lots of near misses, especially the one going 30 mile an hour down the sidewalk, opposite direction on the turn. I mean, it's just hard.
Right.
Well, sir, what I would offer to you is, just because a resident see it doesn't mean a cop does.
I
So that's a challenge we have.
I understand, but I mean, I know we just had one chase down an e-bike issue that happened, and it's just like, it's an issue, and it's like, I mean, every place in the United States is facing, how do we enforce these ordinances?
Well,
What do we do?
we're starting down the right path by enacting ordinances, number one. It is a little difficult. We do have to see the violations in person. We can't just go by somebody's word. They are out there looking. If it happens, they will. It's a little more difficult of a citation to issue. It is an ordinance violation rather than a uniform traffic citation. But we will get there.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody in the audience have questions? Yes, come forward.
Can Chief step back for a second?
Please say your name and address.
Christopher Schwantz, 906 Regatta Drive. Along the lines of traffic and enforcement and speed limits and such, y'all have got the awareness sign on Bayshore across from AvCon in front of the park, almost in front of, yeah, a little further down than Blue Collar. And the way it sits, it's pretty much invisible until you're almost at Blue Collar, so it doesn't really do a whole lot of good. And the people coming off of Highway 20 are going 40, 45 coming down, and some of the new posts they put in, you can't really see the speed limit sign, and they don't really pay attention if they could see it. So I was hoping that there might be a way to either move the sign. I spoke with somebody probably three and a half months ago about it, and they were going to move it. Supposedly the reason it was there was to slow people down going over the speed bumps going in front of Grand Oaks. So it's one of those things, I think we need to slow them down more coming down the hill so that they don't hit kids and people coming and going from Blue Collar where they're having to back out and such. I don't know if it's speed strips or something, but just something to address the speed of the vehicles coming down. Spoke with the assistant chief probably 2 months ago, and he had said that they were going to take care of it. And so we're just checking to see. Okay. Thank you.
Chief, you want to check into that?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Ma'am, did you want to, I saw your hand come up. Did you want to?
I can't move it. The chief. Please state your name and address.
Hi, Dina Moriarty, 1007 Forest Road. With $1.2 million in traffic citations last year for the school zones, where's that money going?
Where did you get that number, ma'am? We didn't get anywhere close to that.
12,000 times 100
We don't get $100 from that.
per person. Okay. How does that break down?
So I think the city gets 60%, the school, we get, say 5% goes to crossing guards. What is it, 5 or 10% go to the school district, 10 or 20% goes back to the Department of Revenue and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. So the city, we get the 5% for the crossing guard program, and then the 60% we get for the city. We can only use it for law enforcement purposes, but that also added to 60% is what we pay the company.
Okay.
So we don't get all that, and all those tickets haven't been paid yet. So, there is revenue coming in, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying, but we don't get $1.2 million out of this deal.
So the police department does get a fund, a part of that? Like,
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
To use for canine or whatever you need to use?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you.
So we've used this money to buy new police vehicles so that you don't have to pay for them.
I like that. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, thank you, Chief.
All right, Chief Krakoulis, please.
Good evening, everyone. For the record, Alex Krakoulis, Fire Chief. we got a lot of people waiting to speak, so I'll go fast tonight. We had 166 emergency responses for the month of July. Our 90th percentile travel response time was 8 minutes and 3 seconds, so both right about average and on target. Our call dispersal, again, predominantly medical as usual. 313 training hours. I skipped over 22 business inspections throughout the city. This is absent what also occurs over on the Valpo side. Under my report, wanted to let you guys know that we have been working with Chief Fessler, our training professional standards chief over at the fire department, and he is going to be putting on a citywide internal hurricane exercise. I put August 20th on, and we had to change the date to August 24th to the facility. But I've been very pleased, overwhelming response from all the department heads and their associated personnel. So we have a great group attending that here in the next couple of weeks. So that should make us more prepared for, I won't say if, but when we have an event. So it'll be good for all of us. I also attended the Florida Fire Chiefs Conference earlier in July with most of the other fire chiefs throughout the state of Florida. Had some very good conversations about a variety of topics, a lot of it associated with question 3 coming up in November and how the fire department's going to be dealing with potential impacts. The Fire Chiefs Association as a whole took a position statement on that as well. So we will see how we approach that one if that happens. I mentioned to you about 6 months ago, we took a new endeavor with the fire department with Echelon Front Extreme Ownership Training. We just wrapped that up in July. I think it's been very positive. I know I've seen good positive leadership changes amongst our staff, so it's a forward step in the right direction as well. And last but not least, right? I wanted to introduce to you first and foremost our administrative assistant that's been with the fire department now for a couple months, Ryan Lazier. And she, not only being a great assistant to all of us, took it upon herself to propose a new program that's going to be coming very soon here to the fire department as well as the police department. So we're collaborating with Chief Hayes and his staff. And I want to steal her thunder. She's going to get to introduce this. This is her great idea. But she has a personal attachment to this it's an autism initiative. And it's going to both improve our training and some of the equipment we carry around. So I'll let her kick it off, and then I'll fill in the gap.
Hi. Yeah.
Pass this out.
Hi, my name is Ryan Lessier. Again, good evening. I just wanted to share that Niceville's Fire Department and Police Department have partnered with Hussman Institute for Autism. They will actually be receiving these sensory kits as well as training for all of our first responders so they can better communicate and assist individuals on the autism spectrum during emergencies. They're fully donated, so the city, the departments don't have to pay for anything. They just hope that these resources are, being used and helping our community. In the bags itself, it is some toys, fidget toys, headphones, sunglasses, communication cards, and then also quick reference cards for our first responders. So just to help a potential stressful situation just go a little bit smoother. Typically, this institute, they only partner with law enforcement, but they were really pleased with our interest and decided to allow the fire department in on this as well. Also, again, like Chief said, that I do have a personal attachment to this. My son, my younger son is on the spectrum. So it brings me a lot of comfort that our first responders are wanting to better communicate with people like him. So I can't wait to get this rolling. I wish that this was more widespread. Hopefully here, in the next few years this can be, but I look forward to see what this can be. We're going to get one on every truck for the fire department, and then everyone on patrol will get one as well. So it should be like 22 for PD and then 10 for us.
Awesome. Any questions for the council?
I also came up with this.
I love that.
Little logo. It's just kind of our departments uniting through this. Like I said, this company or the Hussman Institute typically only partners with law enforcement, so if Chief Hayes and Deputy Chief Chapman would have said, no, we're not interested, maybe another time, there's a chance we might not have gotten to do this. So I really do appreciate PD for trusting me and taking this on. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Any questions from the council?
And I just want to wrap things up by, again, thanking Ryan for taking the initiative and proposing this. And we'll get these T-shirts printed. Our staff and PD will probably be wearing these throughout the month of September. Typically, it's April thing, but we want to get this awareness going immediately. And really, this is a first for, I believe, the Panhandle, and really not much in the state mentioned. So I hope we set the tone for other agencies to follow. But again, thank you, Ryan. And other than that, that's it in my report.
And Chief, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to partner with the Autism Center at the college, right?
Yes, so there's a whole instructional component that comes along with this. We don't just throw the stuff on the engines. The police department's already very well trained in this, but we're going to be doing some additional training collaboratively with them on this too. But yeah, having instructors and staff that work with autistic patients or personnel on a regular basis, it should be good for everyone.
Yeah, the institute, they have reached out to, Husband Institute is based out of Maryland, actually, but they, she was willing to come out here and help with training. She also is getting a hold of the Florida State Department for Autism as well, so just to get us rolling. So this is really important, and we want this to happen for our community.
Well, thank you for leading the charge.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask one question real quick. Is this something that we can put into our special needs park in our building that have a couple of these backpacks in there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that we could definitely communicate with the Institute. I know that they're not to be like dispersed just in the general public, but if it were a need and they had some training there, I'm sure that's something we could work on.
We have a quiet room that's going to be built there at Meg's Park for the special needs.
Yeah, we'll follow up on that for sure.
Bill?
Yes. Chief, last month you gave us an update on your fire truck vehicles. What's the status of this one?
The new fire engine is complete. It's down in Fort Myers, Florida. I just approved the decals and lettering a couple of days ago, so that's all going on anytime now. So just all the final touches on some of the compartment configuration, et cetera. So I'm expecting hopefully the next 3 to 4 weeks. Hopefully by the time I come back to you next month, we'll have it here in the city, and we'll be celebrating and doing the whole push and thing.
In time for the big truck day?
When is the big truck day?
Yes, sir, for sure. And hopefully we'll have it in time for the Veterans Day Parade up in Crestview.
The 250 parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to
250 parade.
introduce it that way too. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll be here in time for all that.
Thank you.
Well,
And I just want to say kudos on the whole concept, kudos on the design, and thank you for caring. And Chief, thanks for getting the right people in the right place, doing the right thing.
Thank you.
I have one other question. The ALS program, where are we with that?
so it just got approved by the county, the interlocal agreement last week. So we have full authority to move forward with it now. So of our 4 currently certified paramedics, we had to have 2 of them go through protocol sign-off with county. So they're actively doing actually about 8 to 10 shifts on an ambulance with them. So they're partway through those right now. Our trajectory right now is to have them complete by mid-September. So I'm hoping we're actually providing the service by the end of September. And I was going to do intrusion next month, but our new EMS chief, Greg Kaplan, sitting in the audience tonight, I will bring him back in September. We'll do a formal badge maybe, but he's spearheading a lot of that program too.
Since we have so many people here tonight, could you explain what ALS is so that people understand?
Certainly, thank you. Yeah, it's advanced life support, but basically that's our paramedic program and a huge advancement in the EMS scope of delivery that we will provide to the citizens. So when the fire truck shows up and the ambulance isn't quite there yet, we're able to stabilize patients and give them basically all the same care that you get from an ambulance minus the gurney and transport part.
Any other questions from the council? Anybody in the audience have any questions?
Would you be able to purchase that logo on the shirt or bumper stickers to help fund any fundraisers for the department? I love the logo, by the way.
We can certainly look into that. Yeah, it would be a great idea. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, council, again, you see it month after month after month. I get to live it day after day after day. The leadership at the police department and fire department are just absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. And the third leg of our milking stool isn't here tonight. He's on his way back from Atlanta. He took some well-deserved time off from his duties here in the city. So the Grand Poobah is not here tonight. So with that, ma'am, I am done.
You're not gonna give us any report?
I do not have anything to report. We got lots of stuff going on, and it's all in various phases of being done or not done. So it will all be done though by the end of the calendar year.
Okay, so where are we on the agenda? We're not have anything else? Aye.
Aye.
Oh, well, I know that. I mean, but nothing before.
I have nothing else, ma'am.
Okay. So, council, do you have anything that you would like to say? Okay.
Nope.
Bill?
No.
Keith?
No, ma'am.
You don't want to talk about football starting?
I mean, we can talk about it, but we'll be here for a while. You'll pick your poison.
Doug?
Just that the Florida League of Cities will be tomorrow, or Thursday, I think, down in Hollywood. So I know Bill's going, I think the mayor's already on his way, right? And then I'll be flying out in the morning. That's it.
And I just would like to say, please put on your calendar the town hall at the end of this month so you can get and understand what the Amendment 3 is on the property taxes. It's going to be on the ballot in November, so please come for that. So now will be time to open it up to the public. So that everybody understands, the city does have a resolution that if more than 4 people are here to speak about one topic, then we turn it over to one person to speak on that topic for 10 minutes. So, do we have one person who would like to be a speaker tonight about the senior center? So I'm assuming that most of you are here for the senior center.
And we split the 10 minutes up between 10 people.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
No, ma'am, the way this works is if there are 4 or more people that are here to speak on the exact same topic, you can designate, as a group, designate one person, and each person has 3 minutes to speak, but if there's 4 or more people, you can designate one person to speak for 10 minutes.
And I speak for just 1 minute to give somebody else the rest of the time. Be kind, I'm 93. My question is...
Wait a minute now, wait a minute. Wendy, can you get the microphone for her, please?
My question is,
Wait, ma'am.
do you have...
Wait a minute.
Ma'am, hold on.
Okay.
Judy, look at Judy.
All right.
And please state your name and address.
My name is Janet Scarupi. My address is 328 Ohio Avenue, Valparaiso, Florida, 32580. I'm 93. I spend my time between here and Louisiana, where I was born. And my question to you is, do you have a grant writer?
We do.
Would you use it to get a grant for the senior center?
As far as, do you want to answer that?
Ma'am, I don't know that there's any grants out there for that specific purpose. We could certainly look. But either way, grants are not won't cover operational costs to address the issue that all of you are here about tonight. Grants are typically for infrastructure, so building a senior center or building a road or something of that nature. It isn't to cover day-to-day operational costs.
You have at the senior center, not just regular people. You have a lot of people who are starting to have cognitive and starting to have problems with their bodies and so forth. And without the senior center, they all gonna wind up over the hill. And when I'm looking at a lot of you up here, you're close to it as I am, okay?
She's talking about all of you. All of you.
And some of you younger ones, you don't know when that call's gonna come. It could drop you right now, okay? It is a joyous place. It's a place where all these people are friends. They're my family. I have a huge family, over 40 actually. But this is my big family here. They bring me joy, happiness, they keep my mind going, they keep my body going. That's why it's important. They cannot afford this kind of money. They cannot.
Ma'am, I
We
need to.
have, I bet you 80% or more veterans. And they have, when you have Alzheimer's or dementia, do you know how much that costs? And you're asking them this huge increase. There's got to be something else you can do. I have
Ma'am, your time is up.
Niceville in Louisiana and everywhere I have advertised. I said it's really what the name is. That's all I got to say. Who else wants to throw?
Okay, so let's go back to the rules. Does one person want to speak for 10 minutes? Do you want to come forward and speak for 10 minutes? I'm going to set a timer. You have 10 minutes to speak in regards to your concerns about the senior center.
And just to be clear, is the group okay with this gentleman speaking on your behalf?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so please give your name and address, and as soon as you start, I will start the timer.
My name is Philip Thorne. I live in 944 Rue de Palms, here in Niceville. I am a member of the Niceville Senior Center and facilitate a small discussion group whose members are concerned about the new senior center membership rates, or fees. We are not here to simply criticize the city or to demand that the senior center operate without adequate financial support. We understand that the costs increase and that the city must manage public resources responsibly. However, the new rate structure represents approximately a 100% increase, and the fees will now be charged per person. That creates an even greater financial impact on married couples. Many senior center members live on fixed incomes, as it was noted here, and are already facing higher costs in housing, insurance, utilities, food, transportation, and medical care. Most importantly, the senior center is not simply a recreational facility. It provides companionship, mental stimulation, physical activity, and protects against social isolation. For some seniors, it is the one of their few regular connections with other people. Our group has respectfully asked the city manager for financial information supporting the increase. We requested that the current and proposed senior center budget, membership and attendance figures, and the additional revenue that new fees would expect to produce, the amount of the general fund support, and any cost of services analysis used in developing the new rate. We have also requested a meeting with the city manager and appropriate staff, and until we receive and review that information, we cannot responsibly recommend a permanent solution. Therefore, we respectfully ask that the council to postpone the effective date of the new senior center rate structure until January 1st, 2027. We are not asking you tonight to permanently rescind the increase. We are asking that sufficient time to understand why it is necessary to consider workable alternatives. These might include phasing in an increase, establishing a household or married couple rate, maintaining different rates for the city and for non-city residents, for providing assistance for seniors who cannot afford the full fee. We also ask that the council to have a city attorney and city manager determine the formal action is necessary to authorize the postponement. A short delay would give the city and the senior center members an opportunity to work together constructively. Our goal is to have a financially sustained senior center that remains accessible to the seniors who depend upon us. Now, I'm giving you all a copy of the letter if you've got it in front of you. I don't know. Thank you.
And, ma'am, if I may, Mr. Thorne did send me a very polite and thoughtful letter. I was not in the office yesterday. I received it today. Mr. Thorne, if you haven't checked your email, there's an email in your inbox with a response. I certainly welcome the opportunity to meet with you and anybody else. And then as I said at the outset, if your time allows tonight, I would love to have a conversation with all of you if you have the time to be able to stay behind so we could have a more informal conversation where I think, sir, I can answer a lot of your questions. I can't answer all of them. I can't speak to the attendance, but the finance numbers, and I put a lot of detail in that email I sent you earlier this afternoon. But I welcome everybody to stay behind if your schedules allow.
We just want to make sure that we get the sufficient information that we need in order to discuss in my group for sure, and with other seniors at the senior center.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
So you only used 6 minutes, you used 5 minutes, so I would allow 2 more people to come up for 2 minutes
Thank you.
only.
Thank you.
There's 2 more people that come up for 2 minutes
I have a question.
apiece.
When you requested that, you requested the financial data?
Yes.
Well, under the sunshine laws in the state
Ma'am,
of Florida.
ma'am, please come forward.
Talk to,
Don't
they
be
want to
speaking
know who you're
in the
talking
audience.
to. I'll stand up there.
Carol
So-
Hart, 106 Maggie Valley Cove, Niceville. Now, I was just asking him when he requested the financial data, did he ask maybe for the last year, the income, all expenses and everything, if that's what he asked for?
Ma'am, I provided Mr. Thorne with the last 3 completed years, the current year, and then next fiscal years. So he has all that data in the email that I sent him today, and I'm going to present that to you tonight if you stay behind.
Oh, okay. And did you present how you came up with this increase and showed the deficit and all those kind of things?
Yes, ma'am.
And you got all that?
I do. I have that tonight if you all would like to stay behind.
Yeah? Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so would one more person like to come forward? There's a lot of you out there. This is your opportunity. One more person, 2 minutes.
Thank you, Roland.
Okay, is there anybody in the audience that would like to come forward and speak about any other matters? You come on forward. This is about something different, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, come on forward.
Someone else is gonna speak, I'm gonna tell you this.
Ma'am.
She's gonna speak, Fred.
So you have 2 minutes. Please state your name and address.
Well,
Different
you got 3. If it's a different topic, you have 3 minutes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sharon Herberson, 8 Front Porch Circle. The reclaimed water that you're going to shut it down for, can I ask specifically what they're going to do?
Yes, ma'am. So what they're going to do is we're installing new pumps in the system, more powerful pumps, new pumps, because the line that we put out to Deer Moss Creek, we need larger pumps to deal with the excess capacity for the reclaimed water. So we're putting in new pumps.
Is there any fund being made for an above-ground tank for this reclaimed water? Because the system is not working. And I'm sure you remember me.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
It's just as bad, if not worse.
Okay. Well, ma'am, this is the first time this summer I've heard a single complaint about the reused water.
Well,
It's bad.
maybe, pardon?
Speaking to the mic.
It's bad.
It's bad. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I cleaned it the day I left on vacation, and 2.5 weeks later, I came back and there were live worms
Okay, I'll get,
in the stainless steel one that I have. I don't know when they last flushed our system.
I can get with Jonathan tomorrow and find out.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to calling him, but I try to clean mine out as soon as he flushes the main system.
Mhm.
It only takes about 4 days for it to fill up again.
Okay, I'll get with Jonathan tomorrow about it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you. Anybody else like to come forward on a different topic? Nobody? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Please stay behind. Let's stay behind and listen to David so he can give you all the information.